So, good morning, everyone. My name is Fabio Bambang Oetomo. I'm the founder and CEO of Bambi Medical. I founded the company together with my father, Siddhartho, and he is a neonatologist who has been working with premature babies for almost 40 years, and he also invented some great innovations to improve the quality of care. We are working for an extremely vulnerable patient group, and there's a lot to win. Because for every patient we save, they have more or less 100 years of life ahead of them. But it's very difficult. 1 out of 10 babies is born prematurely, and as you can see in the picture with the current technologies, it's difficult for the parents to have sufficient skin-to-skin contact and do the bonding that's very important. And one fact I would like to share is that since 1990, the mortality rates of these premature babies have halved, and that is great, but still 40% of the surviving infants have long-term complications of their premature birth. So that is almost half of this patient population. It's caused mainly by 2 things. 1, the pain and the stress that they face in the neonatal intensive care unit, and 2, the separation from the parents. And those things are bad, and a lot of it is caused by the way they are monitored today, because they have 3 sticky electrodes attached to their skin, which are bad for the skin, causes wounds, causes infections, and the need for antibiotics. So we've come up with a solution, a skin-friendly and wireless Bambi belt. The skin friendliness makes sure that the baby doesn't get any wounds, gets much less infections, and we can reduce the use of antibiotics for this patient population. The nurses save half an hour per shift because of the wireless functionality, and they don't get all the cables that are always entangled. And the final point is that we have improved monitoring. We're using diaphragmatic EMG, which is the key respiratory muscle that we measure, which is much better than the impedance monitoring with sticky electrodes. Our solution is CE marked under MDR and is being used in hospitals. It consists of reusable hardware, as you can see here, and also a single patient use belt that lasts for 10 days. I can tell you all about how great it is, but maybe it's better to hear it from parents that have experienced the Bambi belt on their baby.
Gaat goed met onze zoon Ryan. We zijn blij dat we hem eindelijk mee naar huis hebben kunnen nemen. Daarin zijn we ook echt blij dat we de Bambi-belt hebben mogen gebruiken. In die periode hebben we hem echt als baby gezien en wat minder als patiënt.
So just a quick snapshot. The full video is of course available if you want to see it. So this kind of feedback, so really making an impact on the life of parents that have just got a baby that is born with a gestational age below 32 weeks. That is why all these great people decided to work for our company. So they are all very skilled, have a lot of Medtech experience, and they're the right people focused on delivering our objective of bringing this belt to as many babies as we possibly can. In addition to the team itself, we have strong governance in the company with a supervisory board, with extremely experienced Medtech professionals, and also a technical advisory board that helps us during our product development. So thanks to the confidence that this team is giving to investors, we've been able to realize a very strong track record of funding. Getting all this funding in, dilutive funding came mainly from family offices. Our family office investors see that they can get a financial return, but also that their euros are making an enormous impact on society. On top of the dilutive funding, the biggest non-dilutive funding we got from the European Commission, 2.5 million euros, because of the fact that we were able to drastically reduce the use of antibiotics for patients in Europe. The one thing missing from this slide is another grant we just got in, €500,000, to develop together with a German ventilator company, synchronized ventilation using our Bambi belt. This brings our total funding just over 15 million euros. We're ready for Europe. We started here, ready to expand, and also we have a roadmap how we can bring down the cost of goods sold of our belt to bring this to the rest of the world. The FDA approval process will start beginning of next year. So in 2026, we are ready also for the US market. We have strong IP protection, patents, trademarks, and also trade secrets. So 4 patents submitted, the 5th in the making. And our algorithms, we prefer not to share in any way, so we keep them as a trade secret. Our first customer gave us some feedback. I must say we had high expectations of our product, but the feedback of the first customer is even better than what we expected. And we're extremely proud that we even had the Dutch king, Willem-Alexander, come and visit the Maxima Medical Center to see a patient being monitored with the Bambi belt. We're operating in a niche. Most of you know this, but it's a very interesting niche. In our core markets, we still have 18.5 million monitoring days every year, which brings our annual sales for that market alone, based on 20 euros per day, to 370 million euros of belt sales annually. There is some competition, but we really stand apart because we are the only ones that have interoperability with the hospital systems. So we have a plug-and-play solution to tag into the hospital equipment, and the others don't have it. On top of that, measuring the diaphragmatic EMG, the muscle movement of the key respiratory muscle, is something that only we do. I'm here today to meet investors that are interested to help us accelerate our global scaling. So if you're one of them, please send me a message on the LSI app. Meet me after this presentation here. And I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you all for your attention and have a nice day.